It's your girl Tasha and welcome back to my YouTube video. Today's video will be a good one for you youngins. If you are new to my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into the video. So in this video, as you can tell by the title, your girl is going to be helping you out with getting an apartment. And for you guys that are young, this video is probably for you. I'm 20 years old. I mean, I know everything, but from experience, I can tell you guys a lot. I'm 20 years old, but my first apartment was when I was 18 years old. So there is so much you need to know when you're getting an apartment. So young, you know. Before I get into the 10 things you guys should know. Sorry, I'm logging in. Before getting into the video, I want to talk with you guys a little bit. Because you know our generation. And if you're watching and you're my generation, and when I say my generation, I'm talking about like, let's say 17 to 23. We can make a lot of mistakes. A lot of things our parents do not teach us, unfortunately. We have to like learn from it just by experiencing different things. And I can definitely speak on that because I've been there. A lot of the times we want to move out because we see our friends doing it, or everyone is cool posting it on Instagram, like, oh, with the keys, I got my first apartment. Congratulations to all of that. But well, I'm gonna save this advice for the 10 things, but definitely be patient with everything that you do. Do not basically, you don't need validation from nobody. You don't need to prove to somebody that you can't afford your place. If I can go back, would I move out so early? Maybe not. But do I regret it? I definitely do not also. So it's up to you. Definitely moving out is you basically volunteering like your adulthood early. You're volunteering more responsibilities, like with nobody asking you, unless you have to, unless you get so many persecutions at home, or it's not really peaceful and you need it. But definitely, I know some people do it because they have the money, not so because their parents told them to. But I was once that girl. They didn't tell me to. I just had the money. But anyway, let's get into the video. Enough talking. I already know I'm going to start talking after each advice, so I'm going to save it for that. So the first thing you need to know, the most important thing you need to know when you're moving out or make sure of, is that your credit is okay. Do not try to move out your mom's house or whoever's house with a 500 credit score. It's just not gonna work. Even 600, it's just not gonna work. Try to at least have a 650 or higher. When you're moving, you don't want a co-signer. You want to be able to do everything by yourself, because first of all, in this generation, it's so hard to find somebody that's even gonna co-sign for you. And you don't want to be a burden on somebody. Make sure you have your stuff together before you want to move out. Make sure your credit is aligned. And if you need help with your credit, there's so many videos on YouTube, courses. Honestly, it's so simple, but it can get frustrating if you're not responsible. But this video is for my young girls, maybe 18 years old, because I was 18 and I literally started with nothing. Basically nothing. I had no credit history. I'm going to tell you guys what ended up happening, how I ended up getting my apartment, but I was, I was okay. I am living in my second apartment. Definitely, second time was definitely easier, but I'm going to get into that also. When you're moving into an apartment or finding an apartment, okay, you have to understand that you're going to be having bills, and these bills are not going to be optional. They are mandatory, okay? But even before you get an apartment, just to apply, that's a fee. Then if you get approved based on your credit score, they give you a security deposit. Usually this security deposit runs from $300 to first month rent. That's security deposit, okay? Depending on your credit score, you may have to pay first and last month rent on top of that. So let's say, like, every apartment have their, you have to pay first month maybe, or first and last month, and security is different, because I can definitely say that based on my experience. My first apartment, it was definitely security deposit, which totaled up to first month rent, and it was first and last month rent, okay? But actually, depending on when you're gonna move in, they're gonna charge you a prorated amount. So if you move in on the 1st, okay, you get charged a whole month. But if you move on the 15th, that prorated amount for 2 weeks, that's gonna be your first month of rent and your last month, okay? And also, once you get approved, you have to pay an administrative fee, okay? Like, this can range from in the 50s to the 300s to the 400s. Just admin fee, non-refundable, okay? So, little things to keep in mind. When you are moving into an apartment, make sure you make 3 times your rent. Actually, it's mandatory to actually show proof of 3 times. Like, 3 times, like, showing that you make 3 times more than what the apartment is every month, okay? That is why a lot of people move in together, because if you're moving in together, as long as the household make 3 times that rent. Now, if you're moving by yourself, you yourself have to make 3 times rent, okay? Let's say the rent is $1,000. You need to show proof that you make $3,000 every single month. But if you're moving with somebody, as long as you guys make $1,500 a piece, you guys are good. Make sure you make 3 times a rent. And this is actually for everything. Try to do that with everything. If you're getting a car note, make sure you make 3 times that. If you're getting, anything, just make sure you make 3 times that. It actually helps. Proof of income is going to be used through bank statements or pay stubs. Most apartments use pay stubs, but sometimes you can squeeze your way in with bank statements. And I'm going to tell you guys this because I am a hairstylist. I do not work for anybody. So my first time getting an apartment, I used bank statements. And actually, with doing bank statements, you have to make sure you are a person that do deposits every day, because this is you showing them I make this much money. So they should be able to calculate all of that through your bank statements, okay? So if you know you're going to be a person that's going to be using bank statements, maybe 3 months before, you're going to want to make sure you're depositing the amount you want them to see that you make, because you're going to need the last 3 bank statements or the last 3 pay stubs, okay? Now, if you're also self-employed, there are some people that get fake bank statements. Not bank statements, I'm sorry. That get fake pay stubs. You got to remember, if you do that, they do call and verify your workplace. So please be careful. But, hey, to each his own. Okay? If you're not ready to move out, don't move out. If you are not ready to move out, do not move out. That's more bills that you do not need. It's a want. Okay, it feels amazing staying by yourself, but just knowing you have a load of bills every month that you have to pay that you could have been saving. Stay with your mom, stay with your dad, stay where you're at until you're financially in that comfortable living or like comfortable financial state in your life. Then you can decide. But then again, I'm just giving you guys advices. When you're moving out, I actually this was a shocker, a big shocker when I moved out. You're not only paying rent, right? So you have to pay your water bill and your light bill, and of course any other bills such as Wi-Fi or anything. But as a first time account holder of a light FPL, like just opening your FPL account, that's a fee. Your water facility, your water system, whatever, that's a fee. Just to turn on your FPL account, that can be $400, and it do range from your credit. Usually they try to waive some of it or half of it or all if you're lucky, if your credit is good, or if you put it on auto pay. Water, opening that account is also another fee. It could range from like $200, $100, I don't really know, to $300. Definitely keep an eye on that, because it's not just your apartment, all of that, because actually you have to show them proof of the account number of the FPL, account number of the water, so you cannot get away with that. It's part of your lease, you need it. So yeah, don't think you're gonna move in and then boom. Okay, no. Unless there's water included, but definitely there's no apartment that come with light included. So you're gonna need an FPL account, which costs money. For your first apartment, don't go all out with your furniture. You see, my first apartment, it was the same way that we got it, the same way we moved out. Like, we got it empty. When it was time to move out, it was still empty. We didn't do anything. We didn't get any furniture. I just had my bed set and all of that in my room. We had the little pots and pans in the kitchen's living room. No couch. I'm not even gonna lie. I was 18 years old. It was just like, okay, I have my own place. Okay, I like it. I don't like visitors anyways, so that worked perfectly for me. Definitely my second time around in this apartment, I have my house furnished. It actually looks nice. Maybe I'll do a furnished apartment tour in a little bit, maybe a couple weeks down the line. But yeah, so first time, you don't have to have the most exotic furnitures. Now, of course, depending on your income, you can do whatever you want, but that's just me. Okay, so when you have your apartment, a lot of people might think paying your apartment rent on time is gonna boost your credit up. No, baby, that don't go on your credit. And it's not like mortgage. Like, it doesn't help your credit that much, because it's not a loan. You didn't take a loan. It's not a mortgage. It's not really anything like that. But let you be late or let you not pay it, that goes on your credit. Okay? So you paying it on time, that's just for you not to be getting fees. Because most apartments, you have to pay by the third. Then if you don't pay by the third, like my apartment is $150 the first day and $35 each day you're late. You don't want that to be a habit. So you want to pay your bills on time anyways. But I'm just saying, like, if you're thinking like, okay, this is going to be boosting my credit, baby, get a credit card, okay? Okay, so last but not least, I think this is the last one. I gotta smile for this one. do not move in with friends. And I'm saying this just for the best, with the best intentions, I can say. Do not move in with friends. My first apartment, I did move in with a friend. It was okay. And I'm not a person that's gonna speak about anything on camera, but would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. But did we fall out because of something that happened in the house? No, we did not. She paid her bills on time. I paid mine. Make sure you're moving with somebody that's responsible, that's going to pay their bills on time, knowing that they have a reliable job, because it can go both ways. You guys have to remember both names are on the lease. If one don't pay it, the other have to pick up that one slack, because you don't want an eviction on your credit either. So it forces you to pay their half, which is not going to end up well. Thanks to God, I did not have to deal with that. She was pretty responsible when it came to her bills. But I was always a person, I do everything by yourself. I'm still that person. I stay by myself right now. Just so bonds don't break. It doesn't matter how much you trust somebody. You know, I can definitely say we both worked all the time, so we just seen each other when we came home. But it was okay. But would I do it again? 9.9 out of 10 times, no. But I think that, what is that all? So I think I touched the 10 points. Credit, make sure it's up to par. Pay stubs or bank statements, make sure you make 3 times your rent. If you're not ready to do it, do not do it. Don't move in with your friends. Remember, you have to worry about the water and light, not just the rent. Remembering opening your water and light account, that costs money. You have to remember Wi-Fi bill, water bill, light bill, and rent. All of that. Furnitures, do not go all out. You got to remember all the fees you have to pay. Application fees, security deposit, administrative fee. Paying on time does not hurt. Paying on time does not boost your credit up, but paying late or not paying, it will hurt your credit. That is the 10 things I wanted to talk about today. But like my overall experience with renting apartments, it's amazing. I recommend apartments.com to look for apartments. It's so easy to use. All you have to do is post the location you want to live in and, you know, go through it. Right now, apartments are pretty expensive. It's not the time to be moving out, you know, especially with all this pandemic money flying out. Definitely the economy is a lot higher right now, but it's a blessing, but it's a load. It's stressful sometimes, knowing you have to pay your rent. And once you move out your mom's house, it's just a pride in us. We will not move back. My situation was different. I didn't just want to move out. I didn't want to do it so fast, but the situation I was in, it led me to move out. Like I said, I do not regret it, but sometimes I wish I didn't. But it's not a regret. It's just, if I can go back, I wouldn't. But I'm grateful for it. It has made me mature so much. It has made me work harder, because once you start having these type of bills, those are adult bills. You have to do adult work. It's not just party. I've never been that type anyways. But, you know, I'm happy to be able to share this with you guys. I know there's so many young girls that's trying to get apartments and don't really know. But if it's because you're seeing it on Instagram, don't do it. Try to refrain from that. If you're just influenced by like, oh, with your boyfriend, try not to do that as well. I never stayed with a guy. Will I stay with a boyfriend? No, I wouldn't. I need a ring on my finger. You know, this generation don't believe that anymore. But definitely follow your dreams. If your dreams is telling you like Miss Independent, then go Miss Independent. She got her own things, she got her own car, she got her own everything. If you want to be Miss Independent, go by all means, but make sure your account can spell independent. Your account can, you know, do all of that. Yeah, don't try to go to the most bougiest apartment, especially for your first apartment. If I can show you guys my first apartment, you guys would laugh. My apartment now is beautiful, thanks to God. But yeah, I didn't just jump into a nice apartment. It doesn't happen like that. But yeah, peace out, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want me to talk about. How did my parents react when they found out I was moving? Or like, I have 9 sisters, 10 sisters. How did it feel to separate from them? Just anything you guys have in mind, I would love to share. And see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And